hot. I'm on the goop. Yeah, I'm sipping on the goop. Nigga talking how to hit him with his roof. But to put it back. Well, say I'm running to the bank. Well, tank gonna come in tank. Smoking gas can't put it in your tank. And the day the game for you, baby girl, what it do?
This has got to be the top 5 tips to recording pro vocals from home. I'd start by upgrading to a $3,000 microphone. So if we haven't met, I'm Jordan Eastler with My Audio Academy, and today I'm giving you my fail-proof methods to get those professional, studio-quality vocal recordings from your house. Almost all, if not all, of these methods are completely free, and if you stick to the end, I'll be sure to throw in some tips and tricks, and potentially throw in some free stuff. Let's go. First thing we gotta talk about is acoustics. You ultimately want to be able to find or create a space in your room that's the most dead. That's not what I meant. Dead, meaning positioning your mic in a way to eliminate the risk of your microphone picking up reflections or reverb within your room. I know behind me you see all of this, fancy recording equipment and stuff like that, but before all of this stuff, I did start in my room as well. And my favorite place, the most cost-effective place for you to be able to start to find that dead space in your room is probably going to be your closet. Your closet probably already has some heavy hoodies or just kind of heavy clothing. And what that does is it absorbs all of that sound reflection. So obviously, an extreme example is if you go into your bathroom and you clap, you're going to hear the echo, the reverb, compared to if you go in your closet, you've got all the clothes, and you clap, it's going to be a lot more dead and contained.
I don't got no
If
fucking
you don't have a closet or you've got a little bit of money to invest, the next upgrade option, I would probably recommend grabbing some sound panel. Way your vocalist is to the mic greatly impacts the vocal recording. Hey, where do I place the mic in front of my singer? I like to put the top of the mic right at the top of your singer's top lip. That's a great starting point that typically works in most scenarios. I think another thing worth mentioning in this portion of the video is how close or how far away your vocalist is to the mic greatly impacts the vocal recording. So if you're right up onto the microphone, you're going to get a lot more intimate, a lot more rich, a lot more full sounding vocal. Or if you start to kind of pull your vocalist back from the microphone, it's not going to necessarily be as rich, as full, but it may work if you've got a vocalist that's going to be kind of belting out loud vocals. This is going to kind of help you prevent the vocals from distorting. Whenever you get really close to the microphone, there's a term called proximity effect. There's countless videos explaining that here on YouTube, all kinds of blogs. That's something you may want to check out too if you want to learn a little bit more about how close or how far away you are from your microphone really affects the vocal recording. My most common setting is getting your client right up on the pop filter whenever they're recording, and the pop filter is something that we'll cover in the next point, which we'll get to here shortly. And just a quick hack, this is something that I picked up from a friend of mine, an incredible Grammy award-winning audio engineer, Kevin McCluskey, so shout out to my guy. If you got a vocalist that has a really bright vocal, or maybe your microphone is just a naturally bright microphone, there's a little bit of high end, it makes it sound a little bit too unnatural. What you can do is you can actually tilt your microphone downward, and what that does is it kind of rolls off the high end just a little bit, kind of creating a more natural vocal without having to go out and buy another microphone, which is always a plus on the come up. So tip number 3, we got to talk about the pop filter. If you don't know what a pop filter is, this is what it looks like how I magically revealed that thing. Let's go ahead and jump into my vocal booth.
Oh my god, this nigga's telling me fucking stupid ass shit that I already know.
The number one mistake that I see
Thank you, this is what I
99%
want.
of beginning audio engineers make is recording their vocals too high. You've probably seen it, you've been recording, and your things start blinking red. That's not good.
Okay, guys. Hi. So I'm gonna unbox the Dyson Airwrap. Whenever I shop with
She said one day I come through, she come through giving brain. Yeah, they know next time, only right now, so shawty swing my way. I swing on the vine like I'm looking for Jane. You do it for the 90, nigga, we not the same.
How does be the
you're recording vocals to a pre-mixed instrumental or beat, this beat is likely very loud, which is great whenever you're playing it back on your phone, but it's not so great whenever you try to record your vocals on top of it. The easy fix, the easy solution, we gotta turn down our beat. Ultimately, what I do is I turn down the instrumental by -7 decibels. That way I'm not having to turn my preamp so loud, the little gain knob on your interface, I'm not having to turn that up so loud, which greatly decreases my chances of distorting or clipping my vocal recordings. Because if you do this, there's no way to fix that whenever you're trying to mix your vocals. No! So let me show you how I would set my gain. Don't laugh at me. This is literally my very first interface that I ever got. There's no chance they make this thing anymore. But it functions very similar to any type of common interface. Instead of cranking my gain knob way too loud, I like to start maybe about 9 o'clock. That may be a little too low, or maybe a little too loud depending on how you record your vocals. But what I'll do is I'll kind of keep my finger on the gain knob on my interface and dial it until my signal is right at about the green, maybe even getting kind of close to the yellow signal within my fader. Ultimately, what we don't want to have is we never, ever, ever want our vocals getting up even close to the red. It's going to be clipping, and like I mentioned earlier, there's no coming back from that. If your vocalist is dynamic, aka they're quiet and they're loud, I'm going to probably get them to give me a practice take of their most loud spot. That way I can dial back that gain knob to prevent the risk of distorting their vocals. If you've been getting some value, you're growing your confidence, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise you, we're going to give you all the tips and tricks, hacks, all the trainings and tutorials to help you grow as an audio engineer on the come up. And if you're a Pro Tools user and you're just getting started, to pull up all kinds of plugins, you're having to make all kinds of different adjustments, which ultimately starts to diminish your creativity. So the ultimate goal is to have some sort of system or template to help you get from point A to point Z fast. So 100% of my personal recording sessions always start with some sort of basic recording template, which in my world as a recording engineer makes my clients happy. Yeah, boy. Now, if you're in Pro Tools, we've definitely got a few Pro Tools templates that you can utilize. Some of them's free, some of them's paid. You can find all of those in the link down in the description. If you're not Pro Tools, I'm sure you can find some online. I would just make sure whoever created them has a sound that you do.